and as a fetid sloshing did invade my ears, I drew my ragged blade and welcomed bloodshed.
What is up, fellow gaming enthusiasts? My name is Kevin, and welcome to Beyond Polygons, where we aim to discuss the finer details of what makes games unique. I've been taking the time to look through a lot of the Switch's eShop, and who knew there'd be so many awesome indie games? Case in point, Crawl. Initially released for PC on April 11th, 2017, Crawl is a multiplayer, party, roguelike, bullet hell. It's just a crazy arcade experience. So, as we always like to ask, what makes Crawl unique? So the premise of Crawl is 4 players, or bots, are dropped into a randomly generated dungeon with one goal: slay the beast. But only one player can be the hero, while the others are the spirits who control the enemies and traps throughout the dungeon. The concept is simple. Pretty much anything goes. Players level up as they defeat enemies and collect gold around the dungeon. They can shop for new weapons and upgrades at the shop that's on every floor, and once they reach level 10, they can take on the boss. There are only 3 attempts at the boss, however, and the lowly soul that gets defeated on the final try is lost forever. Heck, their player name is wiped from the game. That's pretty savage. It's simply an arcade game. The controls are simple with just 2 buttons. Your attack, which starts as a sword but can range from spears, crossbows, battle axes, and more, and your dodge roll, or it's actually your spell slot. The dodge roll is just what you start with and is really good early on. It has invincibility frames and is an easy way to avoid damage. But spells can also be offensive, like the floating beam, raging bull. There's many ways to play and hone your specific loadout. As for the spirits, the other players can inhabit the traps around the dungeon. Spike traps, turrets, even just throwing boxes at your opponents. Spirits will be jumping around a lot, and all the different tools that open up whilst playing the game all have their uses in turning each room into a chaotic mess. When a hero enters a room with pentagrams on the floor, the doors lock and the spirits can summon and control one of their 3 minions, and use them to defeat the hero. In some ways, it's almost more fun to be the spirit, because you get all this variety between these creatures. A is the regular attack, usually with a slow cooldown, and B is the secondary spell or ability. Sometimes it can be another kind of attack, and other times it can be an escape tool. The creatures alone have so much subtle finesse in their simplicity and variety that you may even grow attached to them. Because Tadpole can be such a nuisance with his constant, tricky escapes, friends around will laugh and rage at the sight of them. My friend group had the multiplying egg character get nicknamed the Horde, because, geez, which one is he? Why all this goop hurting me? Stop it! It's that kind of raw fun that only local multiplayer can do. The rivalries that grow, but the good fun in knowing that we're all just trying to figure out this chaos and slay the beast. When the hero dies, the player that dealt the final blow becomes the hero, and with that, the game just continues from there. That player starts at level 1, they can start buying and collecting items and spending money, and they're going to try to become the hero of this run. It is a simple game, but as the playtime increases, the crazier it gets. Within 1 round, as the hero levels up, all spirits get wrath, which they can spend to evolve their monsters into more terrifying beasts. But the hero is also gaining higher stats to handle these tougher challenges, not to mention the variety of weapons and upgrades players can purchase from all the shops. The fun lies in the 3-on-1 framework. Though the best player in the group can easily stomp any of the players individually, the 3 spirits will do whatever they have to become the hero. Trap rooms, for one, can be exceptionally difficult for the hero, as one monster can run away and hide behind all these arrows and spike traps and force the hero to make risky dives through this onslaught. That's why playing as the agile monsters like the Tadpole or the Eyebat can be insanely powerful at just running away while the traps chip down the hero. When the player challenges the boss of the dungeon, it can be one of 3 bosses. The player going first will have no idea, so their equipment may or not be best suited for the battle. But they do get to make that first stab, slice, or shot at it. The bosses are Kurok, the Cyclopean horror, where the hero must hit him with these exploding eyeballs. Bonus points if he was going to be shooting his laser. Zelda, anyone? Tetzalcoatl, the golden statue that gets controlled by a crazed shaman. Probably the most difficult. And Gidrak, the Hydra. The 3 spirits all get to control different appendages of these monsters, and surely we'd love to see the hero win. The 3 people who aren't the hero, though, they all kind of wish they were the hero, so it's no holds barred. And that's the subtle beauty within Crawl, along with the outstanding high-energy soundtrack that would fit right in being blasted through an arcade. The bit-crushed announcer also does an amazing job setting the scene to start each round. The 4 players all get to share in this drive to be the hero and regain their salvation, and the hero is faced with some very daunting challenges ahead of them. Some rooms can be a cakewalk because the spirits got low-level monsters and there weren't many traps, but other times a room could just be one powerful creature that locks down the hero while the traps keep pounding more damage into them. It can get ridiculously hectic. If there was a notable flaw, it's how cluttered the screen can get, but I feel that's part of the allure of these arcadey games. Everything that flashes on the screen is pertinent information for those who can keep up with it. If a player's shadow is red, their attack is on cooldown. If they have this wispy white circle around them, they can use their spell, plus the arrows that help players aim is easily lost while it's in all the colors, but it is there. It's just not that surprising to lose track of yourself in all this chaos. No matter your skill level, there's no denying the fast-paced, high-intensity action of the game. It can have the hero running for their life in some rooms while feeling triumphant, having just survived a big monster. Crawl hits all the right notes for the arcade feel it goes for, and the graphics are the right kind of minimalistic that retains the power to really capture the ferocity of the monsters and bosses. There's actually a lot of content. Players get to pick their god to worship, and that denotes the creatures they can choose from and their starting inventory. And after each round, the game unlocks more monsters, traps, and items throughout the dungeon. It's easy to just keep playing round after round because the game keeps evolving. There's also the option to taunt the gods to give severe handicaps, like having really low health or just playing as Glub. There was also the monster challenges where you can try to beat an AI hero with specific monsters, which is actually a lot of fun. Or frustrating depending on the monster, and it really feels like a big, worthwhile experience with all these different game modes. It is simplistic chaos. That is what makes Crawl unique. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click that like button, and if you'd like to see more videos that discuss what makes any video game stand out, be sure to subscribe. My apologies for the hiatus there. I hope we can get back into the swing of things from here on. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing these sunglasses, all your answers can be found in this video right here. Don't worry, it's not like a medical thing or anything. I'm fine. I just felt like wearing sunglasses. That's the Coles notes for that video. Anyways, it's a little bit of a behind the scenes thing, really. See you later, and thanks again for watching.